Graduating class, forward, march!
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm #1, top of the list, king of the hill, #1. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York.
At this time, I'll ask everyone to please rise for the presentation of our nation's colors and the singing of our national anthem by a member of our graduating class, Police Officer Victor Burton.
Hut 10, hut! Present Halls!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order! Halt!
Thank you, Officer Burton. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for invocation by NYPD Chief Chaplain, Rabbi Dr. Alvin Cass.
Parade, rest.
Almighty and eternal God, we invoke thy blessing upon these graduation exercises, even as we implore thy favor upon the outstanding young men and women gathered here today who have completed the program of training to become police officers and are about to receive formal recognition of that fact. We likewise beseech thee to bless the Honorable Edward Caban, who has graduated to the all-important post of Police Commissioner and presides in that capacity today over his first Police Academy commencement ceremony. May thy benediction accompany him always as he guides the destiny of the greatest law enforcement agency in the world. Endow these newly designated officers with understanding that they might act wisely and prudently in the fulfillment of their duties and responsibilities. Cause them to place their trust and reliance upon thee, that they might better cope with the problems and situations that will confront them. Direct the hearts and minds of these young officers toward upholding and maintaining thy will upon earth. And may they ever strive to win the respect and esteem of their fellow New Yorkers by laboring for the relief of the needy and the comfort of the weak. And finally, dear God, we beseech thee to grant to Mayor Adams, Police Commissioner Caban, and all the men and women of the New York City Police Department continuing success in their unceasing efforts to make New York truly a society founded on justice and equity, where peace and security, happiness and prosperity will forever abide among us. Amen.
Lieutenant!
Thank you, Rabbi. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Take seats.
It's now my pleasure to introduce the members seated on our dais. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Beginning on my first row, and on my far right is the Chief of Transit, Michael Kemper. Chief of Information Technology, Ruben Beltran. Chief of Internal Affairs, Miguel Iglesias. Chief of Professional Standards, Matthew Pontillo. Chief of Interagency Operations, Teresa Tobin. Chief of Crime Control Strategy, Michael LePetri. Our Chief of Patrol, John Schell. Chief of Detectives, James Essig. The Police Commissioner of the City of New York, the Honorable Edward Caban. Mayor of the City of New York, the Honorable Eric Adams. First Deputy Commissioner, Tanya Kinsella. Deputy Commissioner, Labor Relations, Edward Delatorre. Deputy Commissioner Collaborative Policing, Chauncey Parker. Deputy Commissioner Community Affairs, Mark Stewart. Deputy Commissioner Equity Inclusion, Wendy Garcia. Deputy Commissioner Employee Relations, Lisa White. Deputy Commissioner Strategic Initiatives, Robert Barrows. Deputy Commissioner Legal Matters, Michael Gerber. Assistant Deputy Commissioner Department Advocate, Nancy Slater. Chief of the MTA Police Department, John Muller. And our second row, Executive Officer of Police Academy, Inspector Rhonda O'Reilly Bovell. The Executive Officer of the Training Bureau, Deputy Chief Lourdes Soto. Commanding Officer of the Criminal Justice Bureau, Deputy Chief Michael Cassidy. Commanding Officer, Intelligence Division, Assistant Chief John Hart. Commanding Officer, Patrol Bureau Brooklyn North, Assistant Chief Scott Henderson. Commanding Officer, Patrol Bureau Brooklyn South, Assistant Chief Charles McAvoy. Commanding Officer, Patrol Bureau Queens South, Assistant Chief Kevin Williams. Chief Surgeon, Dr. Eli Kleinman. Our Chief of Special Operations, Wilson Arambulis. Chief of Personnel, Donna Jones.
Good morning.
Police Department Chief Chaplain, Rabbi Dr. Alvin Cass. Police Department Assistant Chief Chaplain, Monsignor David L. Casado. Commanding Officer, Patrol Bureau Manhattan South, Assistant Chief James McCarthy. Assistant Commissioner Management and Budget, Seth Severino. New York State Police Liaison, Lieutenant Timothy Sikorsky. And the President of the Police Benevolent Association, Patrick Hendry. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our dais, and we thank them for being here. It is now my pleasure to ask the Chief of Personnel, Donna Jones, to administer the oath of office to this graduating class.
Graduating class, attend hut.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Ready, move.
I do hereby pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the position of police officer in the New York City Police Department according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Ready, front. Take seats.
And thank you, Chief Jones. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Police Commissioner of the City of New York, the Honorable Edward Caban.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Thank you, Mayor Adams, for joining us here today. To our graduates and to your loved ones and friends who have come from near and far to celebrate and support you. On behalf of the 51,000 members of the NYPD, welcome to the Police Academy graduation and congratulations on this special achievement. Today is day one. It is a day that will always stand out from among the rest because today is the day you become one of New York's finest. Getting here was no easy task. There were challenges at every turn, and for good reason. Because there are real challenges waiting for you right outside these doors. But you looked within, discovered you had the qualities that were needed, and accomplished your goal. For that, you have now earned the right to wear the NYPD blue uniform. But keep in mind, wearing it and upholding it are not the same. The patch on that uniform is the very definition of excellence in policing around the globe. Today, you are now part of a living legacy of service and sacrifice that stretches back 178 years. And now, you are the keepers of that legacy. It is an awesome responsibility. And as I look out at this group, I see one of our greatest strengths, our diversity, and it is truly something special. 25% of this class was born outside of the United States. You hail from 41 different countries and speak 27 different languages, including American Sign Language. You look like the city you serve. But no matter what your background is, All of you are joining the NYPD at a time when we have great momentum behind us. Your brothers and sisters in blue have been hard at work. It is the middle of the summer and we are knocking down crime. Fewer shootings, fewer murders, fewer transit crimes, and lower overall crime for the first time in a long time. And in case you didn't know it, that is not usually how things go as the summer heats up. But let me tell you, none of this is happening by accident. Our mayor gave us a mission. We had to turn things around. It was a challenge we gladly accepted. And despite this incredible progress, there are still some who question the overall safety of New York City, whether they are a victim of a crime or just watching the viral headlines. We cannot deny their experience. But we can build upon our progress so that the reality of our hard work overcomes the perception of danger. That's where you come in. Every tour, every radio run, every car stop is an opportunity. Your fellow New Yorkers are going to call on you for help. And in those moments, often the worst moments, you will leave a mark that will endure in that person's life forever. What kind of mark will it be? Whether good or bad, it will ripple across their family and around their community. So never forget that your actions carry enormous weight. The pressure that comes with this profession can be heavy, whether day 1 or day 7,001. You bring some of the job home to another group of people who are part of this journey, your family and loved ones. To this amazing group of people, I know your pride for today is mixed with concern for tomorrow. I want to thank all of you for the support you have given and will continue to give our cops. We know it is not always easy, and we are so fortunate to count you among our NYPD family. So let's give our families a round of applause. Graduates, one thing I can guarantee you as you suit up and get out there, the vast majority of your fellow New Yorkers want you in their communities. They appreciate your service. I hear it all the time. They are rooting for you to succeed, and so am I. So it's important to remember, you are not doing this alone. We will get there together. You have the support of the mayor, myself, and the entire executive team. On our watch, we will continue to drive down crime and disorder, helping those in need. The men and women of the NYPD always answer the call. You are forever in the arena, doing the hard work, making New York City better tomorrow than it was today. For that, you have my deepest respect. Congratulations on this amazing accomplishment. Stay safe, and God bless.
Thank you, Commissioner. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of the City of New York, the Honorable Eric Adams.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your words, Commissioner, and congratulations to our graduates, your family, all of those months over studying, making this transition from being a uniformed member of the department, from a civilian to a uniformed member of the department, such a significant jump. And please, police based on the majority, not the numerical minority that are participating in criminal behavior in our city. I just want to leave you with one story. My days as a platoon commander in the 88th Precinct, we went to respond to a situation in one of our NYCHA developments, and we walked inside the building. There were urination in the elevator. The rookie officer I was with pointed to it and stated, "You see, Lieutenant, these people don't want anything. This is how they want to live." And I told them that one person urinated in the elevator. everyone in this development is as angry about it as we are angry about it. If you view the actions of the worst among us as the majority among us, you're going to have a terrible career. But if you view everyone as an individual, treat them with dignity and respect, understand that they, like you, want the best for their family and be able to provide a lifestyle for them, then you will have a different experience while you are on patrol and while you move through the ranks and throughout your career. That is why I fought hard with Pat Lynch from the PBA to make sure that you could have a decent wage as a member of the New York City Police Department so you could provide for your family. That is why we're partnering to make sure you have the best equipment to do your job and to make sure that social media does not decide if you are a good officer or a good respondent to a crisis or not. We will make that decision in a fair way and give you the support that you deserve to do your job. Your role is to protect the public, but also to go home to your family every day. Nothing is more painful than what former Commissioner Keyshawn Sewell and I had to experience when we responded to the hospital to see Officer Mora and Rivera lost, assassinated while they were responding to a call of service. We don't want to experience that. The first few months, we saw a shooting of police officers, how it impacted our lives and made an everlasting impression on me. I don't want to knock at your door. I don't want to tell your parents you're not coming home. I don't want to have to tell your spouses, your loved one, your family members. So you must take the training that you received from us and make sure you execute it precisionally and protect yourself and protect your partner. But you also must have a high tolerance rate for those who are going to try to bait you and bring you into a level of unprofessionalism. You must look after each other. You must respond to the scene and tell each other when it is going too far. You are your brother's keeper. And I believe it's so significant what Commissioner Caban pointed out. The level of foreign-born police officers that are now finding their way in our police department. Those officers who are joining you here today from Jamaica receiving the training, from Dubai receiving the training. We are an international police department. We have the best product going, bar none, member of the New York City Police Department. But also our national anthem is a significant line in it that I will always remember. The rocket red glare of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag is still there. It doesn't matter what the bombs are. It could be a physical bomb of terrorism. It could be the bombs of COVID. It could be the bombs of changing administrations. It could be the bombs of lack of economic stability. No matter what the bombs are, you look up and that flag is still there. There's something special about this country. I would tell people over and over again, there's no other country on the globe where dream is attached to its name. No German dream, no French dream, no Polish dream, but damn it, there's an American dream. And that dream comes alive because of the men and women who places themselves on the front line and protect and save that dream. You water the tree of freedom with your blood, your sweat, your commitment, your tears. You have now joined those ranks. Those ranks are a proud place to be. And you today must make up in your mind what type of career you are going to have. I know, and you know, you can go from being a commander in Manhattan to be the mayor of the city of New York. It's up to you to decide. But one thing you have to do, you have to always be ready. And that's why I'm going to go off script and call our first female to hold the role as the first deputy mayor of the city of New York. As you see her and hear from her, watch the youthfulness, watch the diligence, watch the commitment, watch the dedication, watch the experience. This is the future in front of you, the diversity, the understanding of how great we are as a city and how great we are as a police department. Please greet our first deputy commissioner, Tanya Casella.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, 20 years ago, July the 1st, I was sworn in.
And I tell you a brief story about myself. I'm just a girl from the Bronx, went to Jane Addams High School, and never thought that my career, my life, would end up here. I spent 20 years on patrol, the 120 precinct. I never forget walking through those doors in 2004 January, and I was one of few African Americans in the command. And I spent a few weeks there, and I said, one day I'm going to be the commanding officer here. Fast forward to 17 years later, I was a commanding officer there. The moral of the story is, anything that you want to be in the police department, you can be. Anything that you set your heart and your goals and you work hard to do, you can do it. Don't let anyone limit you. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot do it, because you can. I'm just a girl from the Bronx, and now I'm the first African-American female first deputy commissioner. So when you see me, you see hope, because I was you. And all I had was a dream, and I worked towards that dream. Thank you, God bless, and be safe.
Thank you, Commissioner. At each Police Academy graduation, awards are presented to the outstanding members of the graduating class. Awards are in the form of an engraved plaque for various categories. At this time, I'd ask the Mayor and the Police Commissioner to present the following awards. Our first award is the Mayor's Award. This award is given to the student officer who has attained the highest overall average, scoring an overall average of 99.59%. Mayor Adams will present this award to Police Officer Samuel Winsbecker. The Police Commissioner's Award is presented to the student officer who attained the second highest overall average, scoring an average of 98.4%. Commissioner Caban will present this award to Police Officer Diamond Reyes. The first Deputy Commissioner's Award is for the student officer who has scored the highest academic average of 99.33%. First, Deputy Commissioner Tanya Kinsella will present this award to Police Officer Samuel Winsbecker. The Chief of Department's Award is given to the male and female recruit who have achieved the highest physical fitness run-off score. The Mayor and Police Commissioner will present this award to Police Officer Katarzyna Gorzinski and Police Officer Nicholas Labono. The Chief of Training Award is given to the student officer who has scored the highest firearms proficiency average of 100%. The Executive Officer of the Training Bureau, Deputy Chief Lourdes Soto, will present this award to Police Officer Kevin Doyle. The Commanding Officer Police Academy Award is presented to the student officer who renders police assistance while in the police academy. The Executive Officer of the Police Academy, Inspector Rhonda O'Reilly Bovell, will now present this award to Police Officer Khalil Mack. The Police Benevolent Association Award is presented to the student officer who served as the outstanding company sergeant for this graduating class. The president of the Police Benevolent Association, Patrick Hendry, will present this award to Police Officer Justin Paradiso. Thank you, Mayor Adams and Commissioner Caban. At this time, I am proud to introduce the recipient of the Mayor's Award, our class valedictorian, Police Officer Samuel Winsbacher.
Good morning. I would like to welcome Mayor Adams, Police Commissioner Caban, First Deputy Commissioner Kinsella, Chief of Department Chief Madry, distinguished members of the dais, my fellow graduates, family, and friends. It is indeed an honor and privilege to be standing before you as the valedictorian of the July 2023 graduating class of police officers. In the days that followed our appointment to the New York City Police Department, we began a difficult yet rewarding phase of our lives. The training program that we have all successfully completed has provided us with the foundation and skills essential to perform our duties as police officers. Having acquired the necessary tools for the job, we are now prepared to render our services with courtesy, professionalism, and respect. 6 months ago, we embarked on a journey that tested our limits, shaped our character, and prepared us for the noblest of callings, to protect and serve our communities. From the first day, when we were introduced to climbing 156 steps to the auditorium, while getting yelled at from all sides with conflicting orders, we endured rigorous physical and tactical training and intense academic instruction. As we moved through the months, from holding our equipment bags over our heads and having our meals shortened with roll call on the 8th floor, to doing 80 push-ups in 90-degree weather on the muster deck in full uniform, our limits were pushed further and further. Yet even when we felt like it was too much, we continued pushing further, keeping our eyes on our shared goal, to become police officers in the greatest police department in the world. We are now equipped with the knowledge, skills, and integrity necessary to face the challenges that lie ahead so that we can protect the vulnerable, stand up against injustice, and uphold the rights and freedoms that define our society. I would like to thank all the instructors from the Police Academy's training staff. We found the quality of teaching at the Police Academy extraordinary, and the instructors themselves to be wonderful people whom we shall truly miss. Thank you for the knowledge and experiences that you have shared with us. Your dedication, patience, and perseverance have played a large part in making this experience a memorable one. On behalf of the entire graduating class, I would also like to give a special thank you to the Chief of Training, Chief Obey, Executive Officer of the Training Bureau, Deputy Chief Soto, Commanding Officer of the Police Academy, Chief Fortune, and Executive Officer Inspector O'Reilly Bovell, as well as our platoon commanders, Lieutenant Clacken and Lieutenant Caraballo, for their leadership and support. We greatly appreciate it. On behalf of Company 2309, I would like to thank our OCI, Officer Barnes. The dedication she gave each and every one of us was unparalleled, from early in the morning on the muster deck, making sure we were all squared away, to her social science lessons, reviews, and outlines, which helped us all learn and pass the exams. We couldn't have asked for anyone better. I would like to thank our law instructor, Officer Lopes. The lessons he taught us will carry us through our careers. From the 840 desks are clear when taking a quiz to probable cause with officer, that man over there victimized me. His lessons will not be quickly forgotten. I would like to thank our police science instructor, Officer Lago. From the blow-up phone to the 75-question homeworks, we appreciate the effort he expended on us to help us all do well during this course of study. I would like to thank all of our gym instructors, from Officer Stone threatening us with nutrition logs, and Officer Capers throwing his hat down in frustration and reminding us not to pick up and drop off in front of the building. They all pushed us to do better physically every day, even though we didn't have the mental motivation of having to pass the run. I would like to thank Sergeant Lear from the Recruit Discipline Unit. I keep hearing his voice in my head, asking for cards and threatening CDs. The suspense helped me be more disciplined and squared away and made me excited to come to Academy every day. I would like to thank Sergeant Kunst and Detective Romance. The more they yelled at me, the higher I achieved. I would also like to acknowledge the help that Officer Kenfora provided to me. I think he's a great asset to the Academy and a great law instructor, and I'm lucky to have gotten to know him during my time there. On a personal note, I would like to thank my family and close friends. My father, Eli, my mother, Sharon, my brothers, Mendel, Shalom, and Levi, and my sisters, Merla, Chana, and Esther, for always putting up with me and supporting me. I would not be standing here today without your continuous support. I would like to thank all my friends who are here today. My friend Inti, who always pushed me to do better. My friend Beja, the skills I learned from you will help me throughout my career. And thank you, Albert, Yoidi, Shaya, and Dovi. Dovi, you actually pushed me to take this exam and make it here today. Your friendship means a lot to me. The support that you all gave me through the years is what enabled me to strive and reach this point. To my fellow graduating classmates, in parting, it is important to note that although the training was difficult, we have all endured it and finished strong. It is important that we stay true to ourselves and above all else, continue to demonstrate the integrity and professionalism that embodies this great department. We must remember that today is not merely an endpoint, but a stepping stone towards a lifelong commitment to protect and serve. I wish each and every one of you best of luck in your new commands, as well as in all your future endeavors. Last but not least, thank you to my fellow officers in Company 2309. Over the course of this training, we learned together. We got to know one another, and most importantly, we supported each other. It was truly amazing being able to learn and grow with all of you. I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations to the July 2023 graduating class of police officers. We did it!
Thank you, Officer Winsbacher. And now to perform a musical selection, it is my pleasure to introduce the finest pipe band in the world, the Pipes and Drums of the NYPD Emerald Society. As a tribute to those graduating officers who have served in our nation's armed forces, the Emerald Society Pipes and Drums will now perform a selection of military anthems. We ask members of the graduating class and members of the audience to stand and be recognized when the anthem of their branch of service is performed. Once again, the NYPD Emerald Society Pipes and Drums.
United States Army. United States Air Force. United States Coast Guard. United States Navy. United States Marine Corps.
Thank you, Emerald Society Pipes and Drums. I now take this opportunity to present the student officers who were assigned as company sergeants for the class of July 2023. These officers assumed additional responsibilities beyond just their academic and physical training and acted as liaisons between the staff and the students. Will the company sergeants please rise and be acknowledged?
Company sergeants, attend, hut! Take seats!
Members of our audience may be curious about those officers wearing the gold citation cords. They are being recognized for achieving overall scores that place them at the top 10% academic average of this class. This is a superior achievement, especially when you consider our curriculum is accredited for 33 college credits. Will those officers please rise and be recognized?
Gold citation cords, attend, hut! Take seats!
We would personally like to thank the official company instructors and all the instructional staff at the Academy. We commend them for an exceptional job and now ask that they rise and be recognized for their hard work in preparing this graduating class.
Academy staff, attend, hut! Take seats!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Police Academy graduating class of July 2023 would like to thank all of you for the support that you have given them to make this day possible.
Graduating class, attend, hut! About face! Present arms! Order, arms! About face!
At this time, I'll ask everyone to please rise for a benediction by Police Department Assistant Chief Chaplain, the Reverend Monsignor David L. Casada.
Attend, hut! Parade, rest!
Let us pray. Gracious God, we are indeed inspired today by the work of these great, young, new police officers for the city of New York. Send your gracious blessings on them today. Through the intercession of St. Michael the Archangel, watch over, bless, and protect them every single moment. And may they continue to do your holy work in our great city. Continue to keep us all in strength and in peace and in love. Bless the family and friends that have gathered here, and may we truly be today a people of God, a people of inspiration, a people of faith, as we go forth in joy and hope to change our world and to bring the great gift of peace to all God's people, today and forever. Amen.
Attend, hut!
And thank you, Monsignor. This class has chosen to recognize their place in history of the NYPD. Their class motto states, protect and serve with honor and integrity.
Graduating class, attend, hut!
Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude, I'd like to invite everyone here to join us in the singing of God Bless America, which will be led by Police Officer Stacy Barrett.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you, Officer Barrett. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony this morning. On behalf of Mayor Adams, Commissioner Caban, and all the members of our dais, I'd like to thank you all for attending. We ask the members of our audience to remain seated until the graduates have exited the theater. Please enjoy the rest of your day and have a safe trip home. Thank you.
Graduating class, left and right, face. Forward, march.